Bonjour et bienvenue sur DarkOtaku Gaming, je suis Devil, nous allons continuer Zero Time Dilemma. Elle est où la boîte? Elle est là la boîte. Et nous allons reprendre la Force Quit Box. Parce que cette fois-ci, nous avons tous les codes me semble-t-il. Allez.
Non.
Le nombre est... 3, 8, 0, 8, 0, 8, 3, 2. C'est bon? C'est bon.
Ah, it opened.
Now all we have to do is insert the plug here.
Hot plug.
So where is this plug? I think if we input the right numbers here.
What?
Wait. What do numbers for your head have anything to do with the plug for this?
Vous allez voir, messieurs, dames.
I should just do it. You might get it then.
Stop avoiding the question.
Do you even know what should go there?
Oui.
The numbers are
6, 1, 4, 0. 4, 0, 9, 1. Et on y va.
Are you kidding me? You're...
Et robot. C'est Nono le petit robot à l'ami d'Ulysse.
Ah!
Je mets même un petit V à côté du code pour dire que c'est fait. Voilà. Il est traumatisé.
Eric, it's been an hour. Would you just get used to it already?
How can I? I mean, it's a robot. For
Oui.
real? Could you maybe do
J'avais
something
une idée
about
depuis
it?
des heures.
Is this better?
Yeah. Now the shape brings out your eyes.
So this doesn't freak you out or anything at all?
I could say the same to you.
Well, not much phases me. I'm just not that type. You could have been a Martian for all I care.
Yeah, I was surprised when I first found out. I thought my heart was in my throat.
You don't have a heart.
Hey, hold on. Did you say when you first found out?
I meant it happened to me before. In the past. In another history.
Another?
Oui, s'il te plaît, mets ta tête dans le truc quand démarre l'ordinateur.
When I saw what I looked like earlier.
Et ça, on s'en souvient aussi. De Delta.
You see, my brain
Fourre ta
isn't
tête dans ce trou.
located in this head. My thought center is there, inside the quantum computer. That is where I think, perceive, and send command signals to this body.
Allez!
For example, when I raise my hand like this, it's simply receiving a command. Just like a remote-controlled toy.
C'est un
Did
peu,
you know?
c'est un peu nous les humains avec
Quantum
notre cerveau.
state is one where all possibilities overlap and coexist. This quantum computer
Par
then
exemple, si je lève la
is
main,
able to use
attends,
this state and
si je lève ma main droite, actuellement, je l'ai levée parce que mon cerveau a envoyé une impulsion électrique à travers mon corps, à travers ma colonne vertébrale, qui est ensuite ressorti par mon bras, qui a déployé tous les nerfs de mon bras pour que je lève ma main. Nous sommes des ordinateurs de chair et de sang. Nous sommes des robots organiques, nous les humains. Même les animaux sont des robots organiques. On est contrôlés par des pulsions électriques qui nous proviennent du cerveau. Nous ne sommes pas si différents des robots. Sauf que nous, on a une conscience. Les robots pourront en développer une s'ils ont une IA assez perfectionnée. Et nous tuer.
Runs the simulations A, B, and C simultaneously.
Donc lui, il
Basically,
ne shift
my
pas.
brain is an infinite number of worlds
Donc
and
lui, il ne shift
possibilities.
pas.
So
Il peut
I
voir
can
toutes
use
les
that
réalités.
framework and, well, jump between other histories.
There's no way.
That I could do that? But it's possible that you two might be undergoing the same thing. There's a theory. Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain. It's called quantum mind. It's more or less suggesting a human brain is a form of quantum computer.
Voilà, qu'est-ce que je disais.
If a specific set of conditions are met, then you too can.
Jump to other histories?
This sounds like crazy talk.
Imaginez un peu
Don't
pouvoir prendre la
believe me?
place de quelqu'un
Of course not.
qui est vous dans une autre histoire,
Oh,
mais qui a une
I
meilleure
don't
vie que
blame
vous.
I guess.
Comme on
I
l'a
should
dit, ça
explain
effacerait juste
everything
l'existence de
then.
l'autre,
Please?
ou ça échangerait
Start
ta place avec lui.
Before
C'est
I
un peu le
begin,
même principe que
I
les
need to do
isekai,
one little thing.
où quelqu'un se déplace dans un autre monde. Après tout, qu'est-ce qui nous dit que dans moi, quand je me regarde en slime, l'imule version humaine n'était pas
What did you
l'imule
just
version
do?
truc.
Uh,
Bah, il a mis
just a
ses
little
câbles dans le
something.
trou, c'est tout. Il a fait des bébés, c'est tout. Il éteint toutes les caméras. Et comme je l'avais prévu désormais,
Nothing changed.
That we can see. But it looks like the message changed.
Yes, I started up the system earlier.
It says force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set.
mais c'est la même
What does
boîte.
that even mean?
Wait, it seems like there's...
Quand on y pense, c'est la même boîte, il n'y a pas 3 boîtes différentes. Pensez-y, c'est-à-dire que l'équipe C, quand ils se sont réveillés, ont ouvert la boîte en entrant le code Vive Woody, que j'ai ici. Ensuite, l'équipe C, a vu le code qu'il fallait ordinateur quantique. Puis, l'équipe Q s'est réveillée, a trouvé la boîte ouverte, et il est écrit allumer l'ordinateur quantique. Q est le seul à pouvoir l'allumer. Il y est allé, il l'a allumé. Ensuite, maintenant, il faut les 2 items spécifiques. Items qui sont le médaillon et la cage à oiseaux. Tous goupilles. Non mais merde, non. Retour. Tous
something
goupilles.
else.
The key items are.
A mother's mementos?
I wonder what those could be.
So, this is saying we need to find them?
It's time
Does
for you
that
to
mean
sleep.
they're hidden around here somewhere?
Even if that's true,
I said it's
I
time
don't
for
think we
you
have the
to
time.
fucking sleep. Damn it.
Guess our time's up.
You fucking have to sleep, you goddammit. It's time to go sleep.
Now it is time for you to sleep.
It's time for you to sleep.
When next you wake,
Vous n'aurez aucun souvenir des dernières minutes.
of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
Ouais, parce que quand on y pense, la boîte est la même pour tout le monde. Et elle ne peut être déplacée que par... Voilà. Bigger on the inside. Nous avons donc désormais une nouvelle histoire pour tout le monde. Et ouais, et on est tous réunis. Et quand on regarde le flow, nous venons de faire tout ça. Et donc nous arrivons sûrement à ce qu'on appelle dans ce genre de jeu la fin. On va la faire avec l'équipe... Non. On va la faire avec l'équipe D. Parce que quand même, c'est la meilleure team qui est. On y va. On finit le jeu. Décision finale. Il y a une décision parce que j'ai vu que c'était une ligne droite. Hein. Sigma Phi Diana.
I knew it.
On est
Looks
tous
like
dans
the
le même.
memories we regained are true after all.
The 3 wards were all in the same place.
Exact.
Then...
Carlos!
Akane, Junpei.
And Mira, and Eric.
And you're Sean, right?
Quoi? Mais non, mais ça va pas chaud.
Carlos, what happened?
Proof of friendship.
Anyway, what are you guys doing here?
According to the schedule, C team and Q team should both still be asleep.
We took a page out of your book and did what you did. We used the cards to keep the bracelet needle from injecting us.
So, does that mean?
Yeah, I remember everything.
I do too. Junpei and I as well.
Over the past few hours, we got back the memories we forgot.
Well, to be more accurate, it's more like we accessed the morphogenetic field and downloaded all of them.
Then you have the other history's memories too?
Yes.
Oui.
Then you're like us.
But why?
Hold up. Eric and I are different.
Yeah. We didn't gain memories from other histories.
Oh, dommage.
Then
T'aurais su
neither
que
of
c'était
you
une
got
psycho.
injected?
No, we're the same as Carlos and the others.
I told them. Maybe I'll start from the beginning. First, so I could run the program in the force quit box, I accessed the central control computer. Then, I briefly turned off the communication network. That way, I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero. I didn't want Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
And that's when Sean let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards. Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrist and bracelet.
Okay. Now you two make sense. But what about you, Sean?
Well, you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being injected does nothing to me. Then, every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then, my memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted. I didn't want that to happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
He said he managed to cancel the forced sleep and delete functions.
Impressionnant, n'est-ce pas?
What about C-Team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
C'est ce que je disais.
First, Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
He what?
It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Carlos used that moment to whisper in my ear.
M'en doutais.
He said to go to the
C'est pas dans
transporter
le
room
caractère de Carlos
and
de faire
grab
ça.
the cards in there.
But if I just let her go like that, it looks suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention. I casually invited Junpei to the power room. You can see the results of our conversation.
You should have told me what was up.
If I
Il lui a même
had,
pas dit.
then Zero would have figured it out. You look like you'd be a crap actor.
And after that?
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her.
Sorry, but could I get confirmation on something? Everyone knows what all happened in the other histories, right?
Even you, Mira and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
But wait. Why?
Why what?
Pourquoi?
Why do we know about the other histories?
Well, that's probably...
You want to know?
Évidemment que c'est Delta avec un fusil, évidemment.
Q? Or maybe it's actually Zero.
You are free to call me by my given name, which is Delta. There's no need to look so threatening. You were the one who named me, Diana.
On a tous fini par le comprendre, putain.
I shall answer your question. Carlos, Kane, Junpei, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct?
Je suis désolé, mais on dirait un Rick d'une autre dimension où il aurait les cheveux plaqués, quoi.
Did you arrive in this history by following a normal flow of time? No, of course you didn't. You jumped in from another history using your
Exactement.
shift abilities.
Pour récupérer tous les codes.
And it wasn't just this once. You have been shifting back and forth many, many times. From one point in space-time to another. You boldly took chances. Much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact, perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact within the morphogenetic field. It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed. Sean is a similar case. However, his thought center is located within the quantum computer, so I suppose it's slightly different from you.
What about me and Mira?
Vous êtes juste deux cons.
You are both like me, in that we do not have the ability to shift.
You don't?
Quoi?
I have another power instead. The power to mind hack.
Oh.
Mind hack?
C'est comme ça qu'il a contrôlé tout à l'heure Eric.
I am able to read other people's minds. I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads. That's why I know exactly what Phi is trying to do right now. Step away from that device, Phi.
Then, when we blocked the injection...
I saw through your ruse.
Then why did you...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
The final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating. More specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift. But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories. That shifters exist.
Là, c'est que shift est en gras, mais heure ne l'est pas.
So much about these parallel worlds.
You did all this because you were curious?
When a person does something significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex. It is the same now. To fulfill several objectives, it was necessary to trap all of you in here.
So why did you do it?
You want to know? It is so you give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
What do you mean?
Phi and I are the children of Diana and Sigma.
Phi is...
Wait. They're children?
November 16th, 2029. Phi and I were born in this shelter. This was another history, of course. Shortly after, the atomic data that makes up our bodies was transported to April 1904. The transporter was located in a German research facility at that time. Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
But that would mean you're actually...
I'm 124.
You're joking.
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008. Records indicate that she was part of an experiment.
You're saying Phi jumped back in time from 2029 to the year 1904?
Pour
And
être envoyé dans
then
le futur en
forward
2008.
again to 2008?
Technically, what was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
I heard that in 2008, the device was being studied in an American facility.
That's when an old couple who were researchers took me in.
Mais ça veut dire que il a quand même vécu avec sa sœur.
We've gone off topic. But yes, that was one of the major goals. Everything that occurred here helped create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
Your current forms?
Sean, you should already know about epigenetics. You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code. Reproductive cells are the same. Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
Oh, I get it. That's why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation, he caused an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells. I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold Star. This is the reason I have my mind-hacking abilities. Phi was affected as well. You were born a shifter. DT, do you recall what was written on your wall?
When curious hate oozes calamity.
And rearranging the letters gives you...
No way. What you choose can materialize us.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
That is why the decision games were held. So that the Phi and me, here now, would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with...
I already told you. My motives are complex.
What? Wait, there's more?
Ah! Fuck you, you goddamn old man!
Fuck, no!
Ouh, elle est plus rapide que toi. Vieil homme. Eric a le flingue, merde.
It's over.
You may be right.
What?
Diana, take this. Put it in. Your bluebird, too.
It's ready.
Verified. Key items were set. Executing force quit program. 10 minutes until explosion.
On s'en serait douté, hein. C'était un piège.
What?
Oh no!
The hell? What is this?
Hey, answer me! What's with that announcement?
Must I explain? This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the force quit program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Then what can we do?
I will tell you two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
Oh.
No!
Why would you?
Gab.
Non.
Gab's been...
Il est un chien.
Gab!
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding. There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
You monster!
Le
I
fils de
never
pute.
expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had two things to tell us.
I have the ability to mind hack,
We already know that.
but I have not told you everything about it. Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking. It only lasts a moment, but I am able to control someone's body as I wish.
J'avais compris ça.
Like this.
Il s'est suicidé avec le corps d'Eric.
Eric! Why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now. This is my power. So, let's begin. Your final decision game. You have two
choices.
En tuer 6.
To stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other...
Hey! What's the other option? What's the other option?
Until explosion.
What should we do?
What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now?
Mira?
I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on. Like jumping to another history?
But Eric and
I'm sure it will be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
First, you need to be exposed to danger.
C'est le
And
cas.
the other one is...
To be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
I get it.
We'll resonate, and then Mira and Eric can...
But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work. One team is likely to be dead after the vote.
And we can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Il existe une histoire où vous êtes tous en vie.
We need to jump to where all of us are alive.
La pièce.
When we're all alive.
Do you mean...
La pièce. Voilà.
The history, where we won the coin toss.
Vous êtes tous débiles ou quoi? Putain, mais j'aurais pensé directement.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea.
What are you saying? There's no way we could do that.
Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
Et alors?
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
Mira, you're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us and the other history are essentially strangers. Even more of a
Surtout qu'ils
reason
savent même
not
pas ce
to.
qui leur est arrivé, ils sont simplement en dehors de la facilité. Ils sont en dehors du truc. En mode, mais qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Qui est cet enfant?
The us in that history
C'est tout.
have done nothing wrong. I mean, the only thing they did was win at a coin toss.
You could say the same for us. The only thing
on a
we
perdu.
did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go through so much shit. We've been forced to put our lives on the line.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
Then why should we second guess ourselves? Huh.
C'est un vrai choix ou pas?
1 minute until explosion.
We're out
Allez,
of
faites-le.
time. I'll say it again. We have 2 choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
So that's what that bastard meant. The final decision game.
aussi ne pas faire de choix. Essayons de ne pas faire de choix. Je n'ai ni choisi de ne pas shifter, ni choisi de shifter. Eh ben... Donc ça sera considéré comme ne pas shifter, c'est ça? Voilà. Fin de game. Revenons dans le flow. On reprend. Et nous allons avoir la vraie fin du coup. Oh yeah! On va shifter, ouais! Désolé, je connais pas la version française. On reprend là! Juste après le soleil. Résultat 2. Sauf que cette fois-ci, on est dans le corps de ces gens. Mais qui se souviennent.
Damn, I can't remember anything.
Ouais, dans 5 secondes, vous allez vous en souvenir.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but...
Someone?
What kind of bet?
Did we all forget what happened?
Hey, could I ask all of you
C'est quoi ça? C'est quoi ce mot avec le...
Who is this kid?
C'est Jacksepticeye. Il s'appelle Sean. Et là, tout le monde se souvient. Nous avons évité le virus.
Did we do it?
Oui.
We're not wearing the bracelet, so I don't know the time. But
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
Then we really did.
Must have worked.
Life is unfair.
Et voilà.
Don't you think?
0. Mais le chien est vivant, Gab est vivant. Fils de pute.
17 years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow path in the park. If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did. Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
So, what's the big deal?
Oh, would you just quit talking nonsense?
I'm so glad you were safe.
Of course we were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
And my crime?
Murder.
Murder? I see. But I haven't killed anyone. Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died.
Exactement.
I strongly doubt the police would listen.
But in the other histories, you...
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind-hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you. Can I be charged for killing someone in another history? If so, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all. You've slept for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away. Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite. Why? Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died. Phi and I exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6. There is only a bright future ahead for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
Trailer!
But according to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
Religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
Mais toute l'humanité sera morte à cause d'un
Fanatic
fanatique.
guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Sauf si
Hey,
on trouve ce type.
Where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Phi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct, over 6 billion dead.
No, you're wrong, Delta. Nothing in the future has been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Huh. You said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
Étant donné qu'ils sont tous au courant.
You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine What if none of you had experienced the events that occurred in the shelter? You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind. It's all going according to plan. Without a single casualty.
Putain, mais faites un film sur ce jeu.
Future where mankind will be saved.
C'est un plus gros méchant que Thanos, ce type.
Does that upset you? Are you angry?
C'est à la fois un putain de héros et un putain de méchant. C'est Thanos 2.
I will give all of you one last choice.
Mais je peux pas le tuer.
With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide. Which shall it be? Pull the trigger or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line.
Dans un sens, il a tué personne. Mais, est-ce que c'est lui, le terroriste? Il l'a dit, un terroriste va tuer 8 milliards de personnes avec une bombe nucléaire. Il a une bombe nucléaire.
This is the decision game.
Mais ça fait de moi un meurtrier, si je le tue. Alors que lui n'en est pas un, techniquement. Il n'a tué personne pour l'instant. Ah, et là je peux pas passer le générique parce que c'est le générique final, le vrai. Et ben voilà, mais c'est donc la fin de... comment c'est déjà la série, c'est les 0 def, non les... Bon, en tout cas c'est 0 time dilemma. Mais c'est les 0 machin. Bah bref, on s'en fout. En tout cas, moi, c'est la première fois que je suis confronté à ça. J'avais jamais... Sincèrement, c'est parce que j'ai vu une vidéo qui indiquait les jeux avec des choix et tout ça, et qui avait ce jeu. Et j'ai vu la tête de Zero, et je me suis dit, oh, bah, c'est intéressant, ça a l'air marrant, ça, un jeu avec des décisions, des énigmes et compagnie. Et le méchant est un docteur de la peste avec un chapeau trop stylé. Et j'ai cherché, j'ai vu qu'il y avait un patch français, j'ai dit, bah tiens, bah, allons-y, ne cherchons pas plus loin, et jouons à ce jeu. Ne regardons même pas la suite de la vidéo, je ne veux pas savoir ce qui se passe. Et donc voilà, c'est comme ça que vous vous retrouvez avec ce jeu, qui n'était pas un jeu à part entière, et si peut-être que j'avais regardé la vidéo en entier qui parlait de ces trucs, on m'aurait peut-être dit que c'était le 3e jeu dans la série, et j'aurais commencé par le 1 puis le 2. Mais là on commence par le 3 direct. Et du coup, je sais pas, est-ce que je fais le 1 et le 2? Nous verrons bien, en tout cas, j'espère que ça vous aura plu. En tout cas, on aura tenu assez longtemps avec ce jeu. On a passé un cap, hein, une année presque avec ce jeu. Donc, n'hésitez pas... Enfin, on n'a pas passé une année techniquement, non. Hein, mais bon, on a passé quand même l'année 2021 avec ce jeu. Donc, n'hésitez pas à vous abonner, à mettre un j'aime, à commenter cette vidéo, à la partager. Je vous dis à la prochaine sur DarkOtaku Gaming. Je vais laisser le générique aller parce que bah, j'ai pas le choix. Hein. Étant donné que... Bah, je veux savoir s'il n'y a pas un truc post-crédit. Étant donné que je peux pas avancer et qu'on est obligé de le laisser, ben, je vais juste couper le micro et c'était débile. A plus tout le monde et on va voir s'il y a un truc à la fin. Zero Escape, c'était ça le nom du jeu. Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. Et du coup... Tout est fait. Le jeu est donc terminé à 100%. A plus!